Hello everybody, my name is Sharon George and today we are going to learn about Wireshark. So we are going to learn how to capture packets using Wireshark and analyze the traffic with Wireshark. So these are the questions given related to Wireshark and we will be using these questions to understand the concept. So the first question says, examine the frame for the first DNS packet sent by the client. Identify the MAC and IP address of the client and what is the content of the type field in the Ethernet frame. So I have Wireshark here. It's already saved. Yeah. So since the question is about DNS, what you have to do is go and type DNS. They are asking about the first packet. So this is the first packet. And here they are asking about the frame. So the interface ID is this and the encapsulation type is Ethernet and the arrival time is given, and also the capture length is 76 bytes and frame length is also 76 bytes. And after this, the source IP address is 10.2.30.204 and the destination address is 192.168.0.111 and the protocol used is DNS because we are using that. Moving on to the next question. Examine the IP header for the first DNS packet sent by the client. In the IP header for the first DNS packet, what is the header length? What is the total packet length? Identify the protocol type field and what is the number and type of the protocol in the payload. So you go here. We were examining the frame till now. Click here in the Internet Protocol version. So they are asking about the header length, which is 20 bytes, and the total length is 62 bytes, and the identification is 0x28BD. And one more thing they were asking about, let's just go back to the question and refer what they were asking. So we told the IP header length and the total packet length, the protocol type and what is the number and type of the protocol. So the protocol type is UDP and time to ring is 120 and fragment offset is 0 and flag is 0x00, and they were also asking about the source address is 10.2.30.204 and destination is 192.168.0.111. So moving on to the next question. The third question asks, examine the UDP header of the first DNS packet sent by the client. Identify the client ephemeral port number and the server well-known port number. What type of application layer protocol is in the payload? Let's try to answer the first question. So now they are asking about the user datagram protocol and they are asking about the port numbers. So the source port number is 49158 and the destination port number is 53 and the length given is 42 and the checksum is 0x9458. And they are also asking about confirm that the length field in the UDP header is consistent with the IP header length information. So the length stream index is 4 and checksum status is unverified. So that's it. Moving on to the next question. Examine the DNS query message in the DNS packet sent by the client. What field indicates whether the message is a query or a response? What information is carried in the body of the query? What is the query transaction ID? And identify the fields that carry the type and class of the query. So go to this thing, click on the query, domain name system query. The transaction ID is 0x2f0f. The flags is the standard query 0x0100. The questions are 1, number of questions are 1. Authority RRs are 0 and authority RRs is 0 and answer RRs is 0. Additional RRs is also 0. And moving on to the queries. So that's it about the queries, DNS queries. Moving on to the next question. Consider the packet that carries the DNS response to the above query. What should the Ethernet and IP address for this packet be? What is the size of the IP packet and UDP datagram that carries the response? So UDP is user datagram protocol and it is faster than TCP, and as you can see here, we have answered all the questions. Moving on to the next question. Identify the frame that carries the first TCP segment in the three-way handshake that sets up the connection between the HTTP client and server. So this is the question. Now since they are asking about TCP, go to Wireshark and earlier where you typed DNS, go and type TCP. Okay. So the source IP address is 74.125.169.198 here, and the destination IP address is this, and the protocol uses TCP. So the length they say it is 1440, and the information they have given is TCP segment of a reassembled PDU. What source, Ethernet and IP address do you expect in the segment? What is the length, initial sequence number of the segment, and sync flag bit? Okay, so go here. As you can see, the interface ID is this, the encapsulation type is Ethernet 1, and the frame length is 1440 bytes. Capture length is also 1440 bytes, which is equal to 11520 bits. And the protocol, the Ethernet connection destination address is Intel Core 18:48:A4, and source, this is IPv6 address format for the destination source, and the type is IPv4. Internet protocol version is v4, and header length is 20 bytes, and the total length is 1426. Identification number is 0x0E69, and flags are 0x00, and fragment offset is 0. Time to live is 58, and the protocol used is definitely TCP. Moving on to the next question. Identify the frame that carries the second segment in the three-way handshake. How much time elapsed between the capture of the first and second segment? Okay, now they ask about the second segment. We were verifying the first segment till now. So go here, click on the second segment. So these are the information related to the second segment. Similarly, as we got to know the information of the first segment, you have to learn about the second segment as well. So just like the interface ID is given, encapsulation type is also given, the capture length, frame length is given. You can see the data are a bit different, but here the type will be IPv4 only, version is v4 only, and the header length is still 20 bytes, and total length is also 1426 bytes. So I hope you understood this. Moving on to the next thing, next question. Identify the frame that carries the HTTP GET message. Examine the flag bits in the TCP header, and can you explain why the two flag bits are set? So for this question, HTTP, you can go to the browser and type HTTP along with some URL, and then the GET message will be given. The next question is using Wireshark capture the ping protocol and examine the series of ICMP packets. So for the ping protocol, what you can do is you can open the command prompt in your laptop, and then just type ping space IP address, whatever IP address of the laptop or device that you want, end device that you want to ping, and then this command will also work. Similarly, the 10th question, it asks about the traceroute protocol. So for the traceroute protocol also, you can open your command prompt and type traceroute, and it will display all the details related to traceroute. So I hope you understood. This is the use of Wireshark. You can analyze all these traffic problems related to packet capturing and packet sending. So I hope you understood. Thank you.